This video is brought to you by these YouTube members. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Hello everyone, welcome to the Speed Soul Reaper Killer tier list. This is actually the longest, potentially the longest one we're going to do for a little bit. This combination of Speed Soul Reaper Killer has the largest amount of characters out of any other combination in the entire game, followed very closely by Power Arankar Killer, so we're going to have to do that one as soon as we're done with the Soul Reaper ones. But let's go ahead and get started. If you are enjoying this series, if you are enjoying the videos, do hit like on this video. It really does help out a lot. But let's go ahead and get started with the original version of Yoruichi. Now this Yoruichi is actually got some potential. Doesn't have the best stats, obviously, and doesn't have the best range on attacks, but for an OG character, she does have better range on strong attacks than a lot of other characters. Has a decent links of dodge rate and strong attack recharge, so we're actually going to put her in D. You can actually still use her if you build her with enough SP. She's actually still usable. Next up we have Kaname, another OG character. Unlike Yoruichi though, his strong attacks are basically glorified normal attacks. Not good. Does have Frenzy, so they can deal some damage, but you're probably never going to use this character. You're only going to use them for orbs, and that's about it. Sorry, Kaname. Okay, next up we have Hinako. Hinako is actually a pretty decent character. Believe it or not, she's got a decent attack stat, bruiser at 50%, a normal attack damage link of 20%, bringing it up to 70%. Decent range on strong attacks. I believe she's got long reach. Honestly, you could totally still use this character. I've done a rewind on her. She's actually pretty impressive. Similarly, Suzumabachi over here also has a normal attack damage link of 16% for secondary link, 15% dodge rate. She's the only character in the entire game to have dodge rate at 15%. She's also got a bruiser of 50%, bringing that up to 66, right? Yeah, 66%. Yeah, like Hinako, you can also use her if you make her stats high enough. Okay, next up we have Koga. Koga has a really decently high SP. He was really more of a hybrid character, but still decently high SP. Frenzy, good range on strong attacks. Obviously not the best, but you know, respectable. Honestly, definitely still usable. We're gonna put him in C. You can definitely still use this character, and he's really fun. Strong attack recharge and low stamina damage link for his secondary links, so you know, pretty useful. Next up we have Halibel, first character ever to have Disabler. It only applied for a strong attack 3 since it's the only thing she has that can inflict a status element, with the exception of her special, but that's guaranteed. Yeah, decent range on strong attacks, Frenzy, decent SP. We're gonna put her in C. Okay, Yukio. I don't like this character. While he does have Berserker at 20%, which I guess good, and Frenzy, his strong attacks are kind of all over the place. I'm gonna put him in B, but he's kind of a wonky B. C, I'm sorry. He's kind of a wonky C, because he does have damage potential, but his strong attacks are kind of bleh, so we're gonna put him in C. Okay, Love. So Love, unfortunately, is not the best character. I'm gonna put him in, I think I'm gonna put him in D. He does have a decent attack stat. He does have a decent attacks increase on his multiplier. He's got a 60% bruiser and a 16% normal attack damage link, bringing it up to 76%. But his normal attack's actually very slow. Thanks to, of course, him having that giant weapon, they decided, let's make his normal attack a little bit slower than everybody else, because it just makes sense for this character. And while it does make sense for the character, it does kind of slow him down and make him not as usable. So we're going to put him in D. He does have a burn on stuff. I mean, you could use him, but he's going to be a little, slower. Okay. Yami. So Yami unfortunately got the short end of the stick. He was the first ever character to have a charge move, but he doesn't have Frenzy, though he does have Poise, so even if you hit him, that charge move persists. Still, he does have a decent link of strong attack recharge and last survival of 80%, so we're going to put him in D because it's not completely useless. He's really only useful for his link. Okay, hello background. There we go. I thought I had that locked. Whoops. Okay, next up we have Sun. I love this character. Can inflict debilitating poison on all of her attacks. Her strong attack 2 is a vortex move. Her strong attack 3 has really good damage potential, and it forces enemies back. When she got resurrected, she got an extra 20% berserker and debilitator for that poison, bringing her damage up to 45% before Frenzy. Honestly, she's a very impressive character. We're going to put her in B. I really do wish she had a... should I put her in A? Honestly, she's very impressive. We're going to put her in B because of her lack of strong attack recharge, but she's a very high B. She's a very good character. I am very tempted that we're going to put her in A. She's a very low A. Let's just go with that. She's a very good character. There we go. Okay, next up we have Retsu. Retsu has a high SP. She's also got Frenzy. She's got strong attack recharge link for her resurrection ability. Her original link was 25% stamina recovery, which is really, really good. She can inflict debilitating paralysis on all of her attacks with the exception of her normal attack. Her strong attack 2 is very likely to inflict it since the vortex move that surrounds her, and like I said, she has Frenzy, so it hits a total of 50 times per enemy. That's 50, not 15. 50, so it's very, very likely. And if she hits paralysis, all of her attacks do 20% more damage. She's also got 2 killers, Arankars and Soul Reapers, the best combination in the game, but this is only for Soul Reaper killers, so we're only going to take that into consideration. Very good character. We're going to put her in B. Very useful link too if you're autoing with a strong attack recharge character. There you go. Okay, next up we have Ganryu. Ganryu has a decently high attack. He's also got Flurry when he got resurrected, which is very nice. Damage reduction and normal attack damage up on his link, so you're probably going to use him as a link more than anything else. But he is actually a pretty good character on his own now because he got Flurry, so we're going to put him in B. Okay, Yoruichi. So unfortunately this Yoruichi I'm going to have to put in F. The only redeeming quality about this Yoruichi is her link, but even then you can get better stuff out of... there's better links, including in this list, than that coin drop link, so we're going to put her in F. Okay. Next up, we have Toshiro. Now, Toshiro has a really high SP. He's also got Frenzy. Berserker at 20% when he got resurrected. He's got a strong attack damage link, and when he got resurrected, a strong attack recharge link. So it's one of the best links in the entire game. He's also got Havoc at 20%, increasing the range of his strong attacks, and that's good because his strong attack 3 is a charge move. So when fully charged, it is now beyond full screen, and it hits for a lot of damage. Strong attack 1 is also very impressive. Honestly, this character is very good, and very good link, so we're going to put him in A. Very, very good character. There we go. Okay, next up we have Kokuto. Kokuto, like Toshiro, also has a strong attack recharge and a strong attack damage link. His is a little flip since he had strong attack recharge first and then got a strong attack damage link. He's also got really good range on strong attacks. It can all hit for heavy damage thanks to having that recharge link. Havoc at 20, which improves the range on his attacks. Really, really good range. Bruiser at 40%. And yeah, honestly, he's going to go right here next to Toshiro. I do wish they would have given him Berserker like they did Toshiro, but they didn't. Still, really good character. Okay, next up we have the tag team version of Ikkaku. Ikkaku, sadly, they were kind of working out the barrier move characters. He is a barrier move character. He has a full stamina damage link of 20%. If he takes damage, he kind of just doesn't have a link anymore because he loses that. He does have 2 killers, but again, this is only a Soul Reaper tier list. A Soul Reaper killer tier list. Honestly, we're going to put him in B. He's still a good character, but, you know, he's a bit slow. He's not as good as some of the other characters. We're just going to leave him B. Okay, next up we have Gin. Gin Ichimaru, the Spirit Society version. Really good healer. Strong attack recharge link. Heal moves for strong attack 2. Every other attack can inflict debilitating burn. He's a very good character. We're going to put him in B. Ikkaku's kind of a lower B, but this guy's a solid B. Okay, next up we have Lynette. Lynette's no good. Strong attack damage link is her only redeeming quality, and just not good. Okay, next up we have Shinji. Shinji has really high SP. He's got debilitating confusion on all of his attacks, which is not, you know, the best thing in the world, but well, it's whatever. It does have a boosted 20% damage reduction link for some reason. All of his attacks have Frenzy, which is good because, you know, they hit hard, and when he gets off his special, he transforms and his strong attacks deal even more damage. So he actually can deal an impressive amount of damage, and 6 strong attacks in a row if you know how to use them. We're going to put him in B. I do think his resurrection is going to be interesting, but we have to wait and see. Okay, so Byakuya. I'm really excited to talk about this character. This character has a really high SP. He's got Frenzy, debilitating paralysis on everything, which is why I'm tempted to put him in A. He's going to be in B, but he's a very high B. Because while he can inflict debilitating paralysis on everything, he's also immune to it, and his strong attack 2 is a 160 mag. Now, if you know anything about 160 mag strong attack 2s, they're really good if you pin a character up against the wall, if that character happens to be frozen, or if that character happens to be paralyzed. And in his particular case, he can inflict debilitating paralysis on everything. So you inflict paralysis, you hit that strong attack 2 at close range, and he is going to do a very high amount of damage. So we're going to put him in B. Honestly, as soon as he gets resurrected, even if he just gets Berserker at 20%, he would be immediately A. He's a very high B. He's a very good character. Okay, next up we have Aizen. Aizen, no good. He is a frenzy character. He cannot be resurrected. He's got bleh stats, and his link is the best, so we're just going to put him in F. Another frenzy character in Kisuke here. Kisuke does have actually a really useful link. He's got a crystal drop link and a coin drop link. Honestly, he's one of the better resurrected, one of the better frenzy characters in terms of grinding for for useful materials. We're gonna put him in D for that link alone. As a character himself, he's not good, but you're probably not gonna use him as a character. You're gonna use him as a link. Okay. Next up, we have the Parasol version of Aizen. I love this character. Unfortunately, he came out in some of the very few banners where they were giving characters 80% Bruiser instead of Flurry when they had good killers. So unfortunately, he's not going to be as good as some of the other characters that have Flurry, but he does still have an impressive 80% Bruiser and 20% normal attack damage link, bringing it up to 100%. All of his attacks can inflict, I keep saying his, but it sounds like her. All of his attacks can inflict debilitating paralysis, and his strong attack 2 is likely to do it because it's a vortex move that surrounds him. Honestly, he's a very good character. We're going to put him in B. Honestly, I can't wait till he gets resurrected. We're still like a year and a half maybe until he does get resurrected, I think, because we still haven't resurrected the other Parasol characters, but he's a very good character. We're going to put him in B. Okay. Zangetsu. I talked about this Zangetsu on my Heart Soul Reaper killer. He can deal damage. He's got a decent normal attack increase, but you're more than likely going to use him as a link. Honestly, he's a solid character. Probably going to use him as a link. We're going to put him in B. Aroniero Aruriere, I think is how you say his name. It's a fun name to say. Aroniero has a high SP, debilitating weakening on everything. His strong attack 2 is a hybrid vortex move, and has some high damage potential, especially if you inflict weaken. Doesn't have Berserker at 50%, unfortunately, but does have immunity to status elements, and his special heals the entire party for 60% of their total health. So we're gonna put him in A, kind of a lower A. I'm not gonna lie. I think he does suffer in damage and range, but still pretty good character. Okay, I remember Kiona's name. I don't remember the other guy's name. I'm sorry. It's a Switch character. I think the last Switch character we ever got. Then they started doing double team characters, which is a much better idea. Honestly, not a good character. Debilitating paralysis on everything. Not great range. Doesn't have Havoc. Does have low stamina damage link, but you have to be low stamina to get that off, which bleh. They do have a strong tech recharge ability, but it's not enough to really save him. We're gonna put him in B. Okay, Tenjiro. I love this character. Tenjiro has a high SP, Frenzy, Sprinter at 2, his special can revive, Havoc at 20, pushing his strong attack 3 to beyond full screen. All of his attacks can inflict debilitating paralysis. Berserker at 20%, an additional increase to Soul Reaper, Speed Soul Reaper, strong attack damage by 20%, bringing it up to 40 before Frenzy. Honestly, this guy's got everything. He's really, really good. He's definitely going to be an A, and I'd say he's probably a really high A. He's a very, very good character. I think he might actually be the best Zero Division character. I'd have to take a look at everybody else, but I'd say he's probably the best Zero Division character. Okay, Bambi, Berserker at 20%, damage to burned characters or to burned enemies, another 20%, bringing it up to 40 if they're burnt before Frenzy. Great range on strong attacks, Havoc at 20, strong attack 3 is beyond full screen. Solid character, we're gonna put her in A. Really good. Okay, Byakuya. What's not to say about this Byakuya? He's amazing. He's got Sharpshooter, he's got a Seeking Vortex move, strong attack 2, hybrid Vortex move, strong attack 3, I believe. Strong attack 1 is a Shape Shot, which, could be better, but whatever. Still, amazing character. Honestly, the Sharpshooter is just... Sharpshooter and strong attack 2's combination is just unparalleled. 2 killers, but like I said, we're only focusing on the Soul Reaper side of things. Definitely an S, definitely a really high S. Really, really high. Tempted to put him on the other slot, but I put him in S before, so I want to stay consistent. Solid character. Really, really good. Okay. Next up, we have the Senkaimon version of Ichigo. Now, this Ichigo is actually kind of impressive, even though you're probably not going to use him. He does have debilitating laceration on all of his attacks, and he's got decent range on his attacks despite them not having Havoc. Berserker at 20%, depending on the attribute. He also gets an additional, can give off... Okay, he's got an ability that increases the human strong attack damage by 20% depending on the attribute that he is. That's what I was trying to say. So, really, it's 40% Berserker before Frenzy. He's got damage potential. You're probably going to use him as a link because it is a very useful link. Strong attack recharge and last stage survival. But I am going to put him in A nonetheless. Though I'd say kind of a lower S to be lower A because he is kind of missing in range. But still, just A, just A. Okay. Next up, we have Orihime. Orihime has a high attack. She's also got a boost move, strong attack 2 with enhancer, and a strong attack recharge link, so you can use it more often. Bruiser, I believe, at 30%, but she does have an ability that inflicts more damage to lacerated enemies, 40% more damage, bringing it up to 70% before Flurry if they are lacerated. All of her attacks can inflict debilitating laceration except for that strong attack 2, and she's got poise. Honestly, very fun character, very good character. I really hope it's not the last we see of the Orient Society, though it's seeming like it will be because we didn't get it last year. So yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it. Momo! I am disappointed in this character. Now, Momo has Berserker at 20%. She's also can inflict debilitating laceration on all of her attacks. And if enemies are lacerated, she inflicts an extra 40% damage. So she does have some damage potential, but honestly, her strong attacks have very poor range. Her strong attack 2 is a hybrid vortex move similar to Aroniero's, although hers has less damage potential because of not weakening its laceration, though it does have a higher chance to inflict laceration. Honestly, I'm still gonna put her in A. I just don't like her because they chose her to be a potion drop character, and she's not a good autoer. So we're gonna put her in A. But I just wanted on the record that I don't like that character. Okay, next up we have Rukia, dark version of Rukia, the movie version of Rukia, the remake. Rukia has a really high SP. She's also can inflict debilitating weakening on everything, especially if she's up against Power Soul Reapers, and this is a Soul Reaper killer tier list. She's got an increased chance of inflicting it. She's very likely to do so. If she does inflict weakening, she inflicts an extra 20% damage across the board. She's also got Berserker at 20%, bringing that up to 40 on both her Bruiser and Berserker. And she's got Frenzy. She's also got Havoc at 20, pushing her strong attacks to really, really good ranges, including a strong attack 3 that's beyond full screen, a Shapeshot strong attack 1, and a hybrid vortex move strong attack 2 that's also very likely to inflict weakening. On top of that, she may not have guard break, but she does have the ability to nullify range resistance, making her extra effective in a lot of different areas, especially in Senkaimon. We're definitely going to put her in S for that reason. Amazing character, really, really good. Okay. I keep doing this. I've recorded this like 3 different times, and I keep pulling the background. I need to lock it. When am I gonna learn? Okay. Okay, next up we have Retsu, the swimsuit version of Retsu. Gotta love this character. This character has a really high SP. She's also got the ability to read Soul Reaper dodges, and this is a Soul Reaper killer tier list. Paralysis immunity, debilitating weakening on all of her attacks. She's got Havoc at 20, pushing her strong attack 3 to be on full screen. She's got guard break, so guard break, Berserker at 20%, Frenzy. She's a potion drop character. Her special is insanely good. It inflicts weakened defense. It also heals the entire party and inflicts weakening. Honestly, this character is so good. We're gonna put her in S for sure. She's such a useful character. Okay, and finally we have Kenpachi. Now, Kenpachi was kind of tricky on this list because Kenpachi is kind of he was an arena mode character. He came out in arena mode banner, and he's mostly an arena mode character, though this is going to be a tier list across the board. In arena mode, he does have Flurry at 2, which is insane because he can already inflict an extra 40% with Bruiser, an extra 20% with normal attack damage link, and at low stamina, that brings it up to 90%. Normal attack damage increase before Flurry at 2 in arena mode. Before Flurry at 1 in a regular mode, I guess in a regular PvE, which is still very, very impressive, but you do have to be at low stamina, which is a little more likely for him since he has a last stage survival ability, but still. His special inflicts weakened defense, letting his normal attacks deal even more damage, and he's got the ability to just resist Soul Reaper damage by 20%, which is very, very useful. Honestly, in arena mode, he would definitely go on S, maybe even higher. And outside of arena mode, he would probably be a high A. So just to kind of, leave things in the middle because it's kind of across the board and he can be a PvP character, we're going to put him in S. It's kind of a neutral S just because in arena mode, he exceeds. Before arena mode, he kind of a high A, low S situation, so we're just gonna leave him in S. But that said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you are enjoying this series, do hit the like button. It really does help out. I'm gonna go ahead and lock the background so it doesn't happen again, because like I said, I've recorded this video several times, and I have now moved the background like every single take. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.